Hey guys, how y'all doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, yesterday I talked about Andrea Young, that in my spirit that something is just not right. Now there's a video going around that's showing that somebody is pulling something heavy. I cannot say it's Andrea or not. I don't know who that guy is. Maybe, people that live there in Guyanese, they can see who this guy is. Do he work at the hotel or what the hell is going on? Because right now it's pissing people off. And let me just say this here. If the family wants another autopsy, let me just say this. That's their business. No one can stop them from having another autopsy. Who can stop them? No one. If they have the money and the means to, like I said, fly her to the UK or to Canada, I feel they should do that. Because like I said in my video, hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. So now they're saying that they don't want her to have another autopsy. But that's her family business. If she decides to want to have another autopsy done for her daughter, that their family, they have the all right. No one can stop them. Who the hell is they? They can't stop her. You're not. That's Guyanese. Like, you can't hold them hostage. That's their family. They can do what they want to do. Then they said the body was messed up because somebody had put wherever they had her at. Like, when you take the body, it has to be in a cool place. You understand what I'm saying to you? It has to be, or the body would decompose and just be a mess. And I believe that was on purpose. Yes. I believe all this shit is on purpose because it's pissing me the hell off. And let me just say this here. Even though, wait, let me bring this up before I say that. In a pool, this pool here is like a pool that we have here. It go from the little pool where you're just stepping in with your little babies, and it go all the way around till it gets to 8 feet. Yes. Usually, most of them is like 6 feet, but 8 feet is pretty big. So what I know, that inside the pool, right, there is a pressure thing that pulls, because I've been in the pool. I love the pool. So if I used to go and put my foot on it, and it would pull my foot. So that's what they're trying to say happened to little Miss Young. You understand? That she was pulled to that spot. It is in the pool, and that's where she was held at. That's bullshit. She's not. No. She's big enough to I mean, for a small child. Yes, she's not a small child. She's 11 years old. You understand? You see how tall she is? She's probably my height. I'm 4'11". So it's not going to pour her there and keep her there like that. Okay? And now they're showing that this man is pulling something. But if you look at that, right? If you look at that, I'm going to put it up, right? If you look at him pulling something, right? I don't know what it is. It looks like he had a stick in his hand and he hit it. Yeah, he hit it. Like, that he hit it. And let me say this here. Even though they said little Miss Young passed away from drowning, right? That could be right. That could be right. It could be right. Because remember in my first video, if you go to the first video I went to, I told y'all that. I said somebody, what I was basically saying was Leroy, allegedly, He probably walked down. That's why his pants was wet to the knees. Like I said, he could have took them steps down to push her body down there. You understand what I'm saying? To push her body down and hold her body. Remember, he had 4 hours. He had 4 hours to do some bug. You understand? They had 4 hours, because remember, the father came to back to the water. Okay, we had 10 o'clock that night that the guy was showing us the pool that was empty. Okay, we all know the damn pool was empty, damn it. And they were saying they had drones or whatever. Okay, I don't know how true that is, but if they had drones, you could look in the water. Damn it, we saw it with our own eyes. Forget a drone. Like, come on, we seen it with our own eyes. But anyway, somebody had to hold her down. You understand? Like I said yesterday, chloroform, chlorine. They got plenty of it there. You see the big ass pool? I showed you yesterday. If they wanted to take little Miss Young, they put it on a tissue, a rag, or whatever, and you go to sleep. Yes. That does not mean that she's dead. She's just knocked out. You understand what I'm saying? She's just knocked out. So the big thing to me is what they're trying to say is that little Miss Young got stuck in that brown piece. It has a grate over it, y'all. Y'all can go there right now. People that live in Guyana, I mean not Guyana, Guyanese, go there. Look, it's a mess though. You know what I'm saying? It's a mess there. But you will see what I'm talking about. There's a grate there. It's supposed to be a grate there. If that grate is moved, I have seen years ago when somebody had took their children to the pool, and their child came up missing. But the child was younger, way younger. And what happened was, that piece I'm telling you about that's in the pool, it has some type of suction. Because I put my foot on it. I don't know why I do that when I go to the pool. I just put my foot on it. I don't know why. But I know it's there. And they didn't have the grate on it. So the baby that was missing was stuck by that grate. You understand what I'm saying? But little Miss Young, she's big girl. She's big girl, so she ain't gonna be sucked by that grate. She's not gonna be sucked by that grate. This is what they're trying to say. I don't understand. And Guyanese, what the hell is everybody trying to cover this shit up? I don't understand this here. I don't know if they're related. I don't know what the hell is going on. I cannot see these police officers, these commissioners, the president, whatever. I cannot see them not wanting justice for what happened to this little girl. Like, for real. I cannot see this here. I can't see it. And like I said, there was no urgency to go get little Miss Young. I don't know if that's normal over there where y'all live at, that when your children go missing, they don't come a looking. This is different, y'all. It was too many. Hold on. It was way too many people trying to stop the family from even getting the first doctors that came over there. I seen the doctors, the one that got all the hair that looked crazy as hell. He's from Delaware. He's from Delaware. The one that was from Mount Sinai, I seen what he looked like. Like I said, this is another thing I want you to understand. When they said Andrea was drowned, you understand? These people, these doctors right here, they can say, yes, Andrea was drowned. But just guess what? They can't tell you how. They may be right. But drowned by who hands? You understand? They can't tell you that. Because they wasn't there. They just giving you what the results are. That it looks like Andrea Younge was drowned. But they cannot tell you by who hands. You understand what I'm saying to you? They cannot tell you by who hands. How? They're not there. So this is where it get creepy at. Even if you was to take the little girl over to London, or they said yesterday Ghana, Ghana, they said they were going to take the baby to Ghana to get another autopsy. But like I said, listen to me, y'all. I'm serious. The autopsy may be right. Like I said, okay, she was drowned. But by who hands? That's what the $1 million question is. Who hands? Like I said in my first video, my spirit in me tells me the way Leroy pants was wet is when he walked down those pool steps. And he held her within them 4 hours after the father looked for his, after they looked again, not just the father, all of them looked again at 6 o'clock in the morning. So they found her at 10. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. The father of them in the morning went there at 6. They looked again. She was not in that water. So they found her at about to say 4 again, at 10. That's 4 hours. And remember, the people were standing outside the pool around the building. They wasn't in the pool area. They was outside the pool. Because they was demonstrating, they was waiting for answers. They just was waiting. They was waiting, they was begging. Please. Let me get in there. Let me just go in there and look for my daughter. And another thing, like I said yesterday, the cops was really trying to play themselves. For you to say, go home and get some rest because we're going to be here, if anything, comes up or whatever. I ain't going no damn where. But my thing is this. The police was there on the premises. So the police can verify that there was nobody in the water. They could, if they lie and say, well, so that means you lied to the family that you supposed to have looked. That's what it's giving me. That you lied to the family and said y'all was looking and y'all was trying to send them away. But they wasn't dumb. They stood there. They was like, no. And who was the first person to scream and say, she's here. She's here. You understand? Because remember, they was outside. They wasn't far. They was outside. So was it one of the family members or people that lived there that happened to just turn their head and look in the pool again and just saw her floating? But I'm gonna put this video up. To me, I don't know if I'm saying things or what, but as he's pulling, it seemed like he struck something. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. I want y'all to look at it. If y'all gotta just keep looking at it and keep looking at it, it looked like as he was pulling, he struck it because it was giving them hell. Whatever it was. I'm not saying it was Andrea. I don't know. But if you look at the video, please look at that video. That video is crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but the president over there it's a shame. It really is. It is a shame that they're allowing this type of stuff go on in there and playing in people's faces like this here. I don't understand it. I understand they didn't want the protesters because they was looting and stuff like that there. They were so worried about them looting and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that they cared more about that than this little girl. The police was crap because these parents and family members was begging them to go and let us look. Begging them. Now we see this video that this man is pulling something, and I'm going to be real with you, it was something. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was giving them hell. It was giving them hell. Because to me, when I seen it, it looked like he struck it. Like, I don't know what he had in his hand, but he looked like he struck it. So I don't know who was this man. Y'all would know, because y'all from over there, y'all need to go back there and find out, look at the video real good and see, can you recognize this man? He has on a white shirt. He has on blue jeans, I think, blue pants or whatever. But in a hotel, they do be dressing like that. The ones that work in laundry. Like I said, they have 4 hours. 4 hours to do something crazy. I just wish, people could wish for a whole bunch of stuff. But the police was being so uncooperative with the family that they really couldn't do what they wanted to do. You understand? They couldn't, stay by the poolside, you know what I'm saying, at the place and just don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Get some chairs and shit and just sit there. We're going to sit here until we have some answers. Because they wouldn't have been able to put her body in the water. They wouldn't have been able to put her body in the water. Because if they would have stayed in the pool area and just had seats there and just waited out. See, they wasn't letting them do that. You understand what I'm saying? They was not letting them do that. Because what the police was saying is private property and all this type of bullshit here. It ain't private property when my damn daughter's missing now. It's a whole crime scene. This is crazy. This is crazy. And they said some things which I'm not going to repeat because I don't know what that means. And they said that was from... You know, I don't believe that, because you know why? I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't know what that means. I know y'all. I know. I'm scared to even say it because I don't know what it means. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it means, and I didn't see that myself, so I'm not going to say it. I just know that this is getting to be ridiculous. And like I said to the family, listen to me. Even if you get another autopsy, which they do not want you to get, they may tell you again that, because I thought about this yesterday, because I was for it. I was like, get another second opinion. Yes, I was for it. And I sat back and thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. They can actually get another one, and they tell her the same thing, that little Miss Younge drowned. But guess what? They cannot tell you by whose hands. You understand? And I think the hotel is full of crap, because guess what? Another incident happened there. And I feel, big as that hotel is, and when you have people, come in and swim or stay there or whatever, and you don't have any cameras, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? No cameras was working. See, you can say that because, like I said yesterday, people feel like, well, I'm going to sue them. That's not going to bring Adrianna back. F that. We want to know who hands touch little Andrea. Somebody in my comments said, when the grandmother was, I'm just saying what they said in my comments. They said the grandmother was feeding one of the, turned around and gave, one of the other grandchildren, something to eat. That's when they swooped in. But even though there was a lot of people at that pool, they're acting like that was the only family there. It was a lot of people. And like I said, I don't know what the end game was, what the hotel was trying to do. What was they trying to do? I know some people saying, like, that sounds crazy because, they don't believe in that or whatever. Like I said yesterday, we know the body wasn't in the water. So I feel if you was trying to hide the body, you could have hid the body somewhere in the hotel. You could have snuck her out, because you have 4 hours. They had way more than that. They could have did it from when they was in the water, when they probably snatched her out, like I said, with the chloroform. Boom. She sleep. You understand? So they could have took her somewhere and drove off. They got back doors. I think it got to have back doors, y'all, because it's illegal to have just one damn door. Big as that damn hotel is, they got a couple of doors. Trust and believe that. But no, this is for everybody to see. They did this for everybody to see this. And I don't know how twisted their minds was, that they really thought people was not going to flip out. And like I said, Leroy, he's standing in the back. Now, the family is around. The lady jumped in the water, right? But the family, not just the family, People was just all around. You know, they were so shocked. Like I said yesterday, they didn't know what to do. And then one lady jumped in the water. Leroy was in the back of the people like this. You are part of the hotel. Shouldn't you should have broke through? Watch out, whoa, watch out, and get in there and do what you need to do as a human being. As a manager, as a police, or whatever your ass is. I don't know what he is. But no, you was just standing there with your pants wet. Leroy, I'm sorry, y'all. Allegedly, let me say that. The pants, it just gives me. It just gives me all pants. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking at those pants, and only thing that's coming to me is that he stepped down those steps and he held her. That's how the water got into her lungs. That's how the water got into her lungs. That they so demonic that they actually had her still alive. That's the only way she can get water in her lungs. She had to be alive. But they have to check, was it pool water or regular water? That's something they have to check. You have to understand. Pool water and regular water. You can help somebody in the bathtub and hold their face down. That's regular water. But the water in that pool got chlorine in it. You feel me? So that's what they need to know. And another thing, they said they didn't even give the family any type of paperwork or whatever. The family was supposed to get some paperwork, and one for the police department, and one to the family. I don't know if y'all have homicide. I mean, that's homicide. Like, it's homicide until it get cleared up. Because you cannot keep convincing us that she was in that pool. I'm telling you, y'all ain't doing that to me. I'm telling you right now, y'all is not going to sit here and tell us that little girl was in the pool. The little girl was not in the pool. They said they had a drone. I don't know who owns that drone or whatever. So now you're saying the drone is lying? The drone looked all the way down in the pool. What are you saying? The drone is lying? Our eyes are lying? Everybody just lying that she was in that water. And I would like to know, like I said, was it chlorine water in her system? Or was it clear water in her system? If it was chlorine, she was held down. She was held down. And she was floating. I hate this story. I hate it because I don't see how people could be so evil. Evil. If you think that you're going to come up from doing some wickedness like this here, to do some wicked, this ain't it. God is watching. God is watching. Here, over here, to me, it's raining like really bad outside, and it makes me feel like tears. When I see something like this and I'm dealing with something like this, it's like tears. You know what I mean? It's like tears. But y'all, again, y'all have to understand, if they do well, I'm going to be real with you. Ain't nobody going to tell me what I can do for my daughter. I'm telling you right now. No one can tell me that you cannot take another autopsy, for little Miss Young. Who you? Who you is? That's my child. If I got the money to go over there and get permission, you're not going to stop me. The government can't stop you. Can't stop you from doing that. It's a whole damn crime went on there. What, they want you to go home and just forget about this here? Like I said to the family, until you get the right answers, you will not rest easy. I know. I told you my son was murdered. You have to get the answers. But like I said, it could say drowning. Because if he held her down, it's going to come out drowning because she got water in her lungs. She was still alive. And if they chloroformed her and put her in the water, she's sleeping. You understand what I'm saying? Besides her body probably being hurt, she can't fight back. She can't fight it back. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they went over there yesterday and did the autopsy and said that little Miss Younge she passed away from drowning. There was water in her lungs. Did they say pool water or regular water? That means a lot, y'all. That means a lot. They can even tell what time, if she was deceased, of the content in your body. You understand? They could easily do that. They could tell. They could ask the mother, what you gave her for breakfast? Okay, grandma. Before y'all left, you probably lunchtime. What you gave her for lunch? Because remember, this happened right around lunchtime, like 1 o'clock to brunch, whatever. It happened right around the time. So that's all is going to be in her body. And if it wasn't in her body, she digested it. So that means she was still alive. But if they find that food content in her body, I don't know what's going on. Like, for real. Hold on. I don't know. This is so sad. I'm so sorry that this happened. I'm to the mother and the father. I am so sorry this happened to your child. And it's driving us crazy. It's driving every country out here crazy. Like, we cannot believe this with this shit that's going down. No one should have been subjected to something like this. Especially when it comes to a child. Just to go have a good time. You can't even go have a good time with evilness around you. They said you got to keep your head on the swivel. They ain't lying. They ain't lying. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust anybody. The hotel has a bad name anyway. The owner, son, that I don't know if the guy, but found him in the water too, beat up. Beat him before you dumped him in the water. What are these guys? Think they mafia or something? What is this, a mafia hotel or something? If you get bad with them, they gonna take it out on you? Why? Because you are lighter skinned? Phooey. We have to get to the bottom of this. But I did want to come on here and say, Even if I thought about it, y'all. I really thought about it. I'm like, yo, hold on. Wait a minute. It could have been a drowning by somebody's hands. Not by her. We know for a fact that she wasn't in that pool. It's by somebody's hands. And only one that had that type of look was Leroy. You notice that Leroy never ran to the family, you know what I'm saying? And was like, watch out, watch out. You the whole manager with you are. You the whole person that should have been the first one in there. Why are you in the back looking like, let me see how they're going to react? Who does that? Everybody else ran to the pool except Leroy. Because you knew she was in there. You knew she was in there. You just wanted to see the reaction. Look at his face, y'all. Look at Leroy's face. He didn't look concerned. He just was like, just standing there. This is just all wrong. And like I said, again, she could have had drowned. But not, she was not in that pool. She drowned, allegedly. I'm saying this. My spirit is saying this. By somebody holding her down. In my first, if you go back to my first video, I said that. I believe she was held down. For real. I believe that little Miss Younge was held down. That's how she had the water in her system. But we still need to know from the coroner, did you test it for pool water or just water? All that should be on the paper. And the parent should have that paper. If she doesn't, the parent's got to have the paper of what injuries that little Miss Younge had on her body. Everything should be on that paper. Because it's an autopsy. Every wound, every discoloration, what's on her arm, what's on her face, what's on her chest, what's under here, what's behind her, what's on her knees, her legs, her foot, everything, her hands, everything. Everything. Did they check her fingernails? Did they check her fingernails and see if she tried to scratch? This is something that they had to do if you're doing an autopsy properly. This had to be done. We do that here. And another thing, I'm going to just say this here. I said it yesterday. This is the fastest autopsy I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Me living here, anytime something happened to someone here, we do jump quick. We be like, yo, we want the autopsy. They always get on the news. It's gonna take a few weeks, maybe a month or whatever. We gotta wait. This was the fastest autopsy I ever seen in my life. I was watching the video, right? So with the doctor, I think they had one from Ghana. I think one was from Ghana. One was from Delaware, the Delaware man, and one was for Mount Sinai. Maybe they just dare to do autopsies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're not doctors or nothing like that. Because, I want y'all to go back. And look at homie walking. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, so I really want you to see when the doctors was coming in and they was just, I don't know what they was doing, grabbing them. And the one that had the hair, he just looked really out of place. You could look at his shirt. It wasn't buttoned. It was like, I don't know. It didn't look legit to me. I mean, they would know if he works in Detroit. In Detroit, they would know. Was it Detroit? No, hold on, Delaware. They would know if he worked at the Delaware. He worked, people would know. You know what I'm saying? That these doctors worked there. Okay, y'all, look. I just try to Google like the doctors that went there to help, and I'm seeing the doctor from New York. This is one of the doctors they're supposed to have. He was the U.S. Chief Medical Examiner, Dr. Gary Collins, to conduct autopsy on Andrea Younge. Okay, so this is one of the doctors. Okay, y'all seen it. This is one of the doctors. But I want to see. What's killing me is I can't find the one with the crazy hair. Where the hell is he? Oh, here we go. Got him. Now, he is supposed to be a doctor. The one with the red shirt, those are supposed to be the doctors. The one with the red shirt was very untidy. I don't know why. He just looked really weird to me. But I can't really get his name on here. Like, I want to look up his name and see what the Dr. Collins, he work in the coroner's office and stuff like that. But like I said, even if they did say that Adrianna was drowned, right? That's still not telling you by who hands. You feel me? They're not telling you that. Because they wasn't there. They're only telling you what they found. That she drowned. And we still need to know, was it chlorine water or was it fresh water? And I'm very curious about this picture I seen when the guy was pulling something. I don't know how true that is. I see it with my eyes, but some people put things out that's not true, and I don't want to do that. But I want y'all to see it. You understand? I want you to see it. I don't know how they got that video, because that video should have been turned over the first day. That video should have been turned over the first day. So I'm really weird, I don't know. I'm going to show you, but y'all don't hold me to it, because I did some research and seen a YouTuber, and they had that somebody was pulling Andrea in a sheet. But to me, it looked like he was pulling something, and it looked like he hit it. Like, I don't know. So, Just look at the video. Don't hold me on that. It just was shocking for me to see. I was like, what the hell is this now? You know? But anyway, to the family and friends, we may never get the answers that we want because, like I said, if the autopsy come out again that she drowned, she may have, but we just don't know by who hands. You understand? And anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe, you know. And I'm staying on it. I'm gonna y'all make sure y'all subscribe now, cause I'm gonna stay on this, y'all. Like for real, I'm gonna stay. Please hit that like button. I need that like button hit. Just take your hand and just go boom. Just like it. If you don't like it, you can boom back. You know what I'm saying? But please subscribe so I can keep putting out the videos that, you know, people want to see. You know, cause I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm here to help little Andrea. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help the family. Oh my God. This is too much. Wait, let me look at that something. Hold on, y'all. Now, this is bullshit. Now they're showing a pool, right? And they saying that that could have been her in the pool. Hold on, y'all. Let's just take it easy. I just had to make sure what I was saying. They had a demonstration, and it was spot on. It was spot on. Wicked. They threw keys in the deep water, and guess what? You can see the keys. So that debunks that she was in that water. Y'all, we're gonna keep praying for this family because this is a tragedy. I'm telling you, I don't even know what to say. Just giving people that been through this and people that haven't been through this losing sleep over this because it's just so damn wicked. It's wicked. It's wicked. Wicked people. I'm gonna go and, like I said, y'all hit that thumbs up and please press the like button. I need you to press the like button. Please. Even if you don't want to subscribe, please hit the like button so my videos can go out. You know, I'm a small YouTuber and that will help me to keep on doing the videos that you want me to do. And I'm going to do them anyway because, like I said, I've been through this and it hurts. And this has to hurt even worse because, especially when you have people that's not cooperating with you, that seems like they're against you. I've never seen nobody like blame the victim. You're blaming the victim instead of embracing them. You need to embrace this family. Give some love to this family and friends. All y'all in Guyanese, y'all need to hug one another because tomorrow's not promised to you or me. And like I said yesterday, if nobody told you they love you today, I love you. I'm going to go. And y'all have a great day. Hit that like button and subscribe. Alright, y'all? I'll be back on this situation. Peace.
sweeping across TikTok, showing allegedly Adrianna Younge being dragged into the pool at the hotel, wrapped in a white sheet. Outrage and questions pulling us into a case shrouded in mystery and suspicion. So why does this suspicious video matter? Autopsy concluded that she drowned, but the public isn't convinced. Last seen. Authorities claim CCTV showed her getting into a car, but that was later debunked. It took protests to force the hotel to open its finally gained access. They found Adrianna's body floating in the pool, marked with strange bruises and injuries that suggested something sinister. On the right here, that his legs are wet up to the knees before anybody entered the water.